Shalom Akim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kwakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, Grim Strong Rule Well, this is Brother Nash DC Kim with another lesson, to keep our Kim updated on what's going on in Babylon. Yes, that spirit of sedition is not a joke, alright? That's what's moving around here in Babylon. It's moving around throughout the four corners of the earth, alright? The people are upset with their so-called government officials, and they are making their concerns known. All right, they don't come on TV; they are doing it online, or they're out there on the streets protesting, with their signs. So, you know how it is, man. It's all part of prophecy, because when you read the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, it tells you about how it's gonna go down. So it's gonna get heated up, man. That's the time we're living in. It's happening in America. Alright, it's happening over there in Venezuela, happening in Nigeria, happening, across the four corners of the earth. Folks are oppressed, folks are upset. Alright, just like the scripture talks about, that we're in the last days, so you're going to hear about the uproars of the people. So I'm just going to play the script real quick, and then I get some precepts, man. It's getting bitter, man. It's getting bitter.
Taped it to the door. I finished kicking them off my property, and I opened it up, and it is a fine for $15,000.
Robbie, why do you feel restrictions go too far?
Yeah, so that's exactly what these elected officials do, man. They always like to intimidate and harass, harass the so-called common man, working man, with all types of documentation and weapons. They don't use the cops. They send a letter, send an email, to shake people up, and people are basically about to lose it, and it's just part of prophecy. It has to happen. A lot of folks say, "Oh man, we just want peace," but hey, for peace to happen, you need to have chaos, man. All the dust has to settle. Because right now, the dust is all up in the air, so much chaos and madness. As by the election, folks can't, afford to pay their mortgages, pay their bills. The children can't eat, they're malnourished. Folk are upset that their so-called health insurance is not covering what they need. So, it's been a bitter experience for our people, especially so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans who are the Israelites. Alright, because the curses, man, it's not a joke. And we just have to hold on to the word of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, because it's really necessary.
Any infringement on our liberty goes too far. We were born with inalienable rights bestowed upon us by our Creator. They are guaranteed by the Constitution, specifically the Bill of Rights, the 1st through 14th Amendments. Specifically, any infringement on our freedom for any reason is too far. Our freedom cannot end where people's fear starts.
And I want to make everyone well aware that you're a native of New York. You've spent 14 years serving as an infantry.
Yeah, man. So that's exactly what you're going to have to deal with, man. It's going to be terrible because, these so-called reporters and news anchors, they don't really care about the people. You can see how she's just stuttering. She's trying to make sure she ends her check at the end of the day. But she's not really down with the people. She's just there, to provide a front, as if, she really cares about the people. The same thing with these media organizations. They don't really care about the people. They're just there, to mislead the people in the wrong direction, while their cohorts are working behind the scenes in the government to undermine the whole the whole structure of these people's livelihood.
Officer in the United States Marine Corps. You've earned many honors in the military. You've got 4 children. We know it's a tough situation We see your supporters there behind you. How far do you plan to go with this?
I plan to take it as far as I possibly can. I want to ask Governor Cuomo and polling cars, I want to ask them, it's a challenge to them. Come to my dinner table. Come to any of the dinner tables back here. Look our kids in the eyes and say, your father, your mother is an essential worker. They don't have the guts to do that.
And he's right. They don't have the guts to do it. They don't have the courage because they've all been compromised. And, the Lord really put those so-called elected officials in those positions so that America can go down. And that's what it boils down to. So it doesn't matter what the elected officials are appointed, whether they're so-called police chiefs or judges, or Supreme Court judges, or senators, or presidents. Their job is to make sure that America goes down, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're just chopping down America, chopping it down. The so-called tree of liberty is being chopped down. Yeah, so they're gonna be upset, man, when there's nothing left. So they're gonna go at it, and it's all part of the of what we have to experience in these last days, because for our nation, the nation of Israel, to be redeemed, these bitter experiences have to be taking place. And a lot of our people don't want it to happen, but it has to happen. It's for the elect's sake.
They also don't have the guts to answer why they get to draw a $225,000 salary for Governor Cuomo, and for polling cars, $103,000 salary, but the working man and woman doesn't get to earn. They get to take our money, but we don't get to earn.
Yeah, so, what happens is just that, he's calling out the puppets, but the so-called puppet masters, these so-called Jewish folks, man, they're just destroying America so bad, man. The FBI can't do nothing. The CIA can't do nothing. The NSA can't do nothing. The Pentagon can't do nothing. State Department can't do nothing. Yeah, because, man, they're already in position to destroy this so-called American system, man. And the people don't really understand what's going on. So I'm going to get a quick precept from the book of Second Ezra chapter 15, because Amalek is just doing a perfect job, man, in destroying America. And, when you, say it to their face, they can't deny it because the evidence is there. If you want to go in the U.S. National Archives, it's right there, in D.C. You could pull out all the information and documentation you have. And that's the reason why they're cutting down brothers' channels, cutting down brothers' videos, saying brothers, bringing about hate speech, and they're bringing out false information. But they're always there. Anytime there's something wrong going wrong with America, you can always tell an Amalekite is always in the bush, behind, right there. All right. So from the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's exactly what you see. These regular Edomites are the ones out there, yelling and screaming that they're not pleased with what the government is doing. But you don't see Amalek on the front screen. You don't see these so-called Jewish folks on the front screen on the news media yelling and screaming that they're not pleased with what's going on. So that's all I have to say. Like, who benefits from all this, all these shutdowns and all these restrictions? It's always hilarious, man. When you watch Bloomberg TV, it's the same old stuff, man. Always painting a rosy picture for the economy, The stock market is it doesn't look as if the economy is going down, but the stock market is going up above the roof, like into another stratosphere. So you just have to understand, man. It's not a joke, man. When it's Amalekites, put their mind to do something, they always almost accomplish it. So from the book of from the book of Ephesians, second chapter, fifth chapter. Yeah, because Amalek is always trying to start trouble, man. Always starting trouble, man. Always starting trouble. You can't get no peace, man, in this world when you have Amalek at the helm of leadership. So Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15 says, See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Yep, so we're living in some serious and evil days, man, and it's going to get ugly on the streets of America. The Pentagon sort of anticipating that's happening. That's the reason why they're going to have to bring in troops, to shake the people up, man, because the so-called generals too are they're already on the take. All right, they've already sworn to destroy America too. That's the reason they're going along with this vaccination, garbage. Yeah, so another precept from the book of Sirach, chapter 34. Yeah, it's just what it boils down to, man. When you get these people and you put them in the hot seat, they start squirming and, the eyes start rolling in the back of their head that they got, put on blast. But that's just the nature of things that the Lord has already set in motion. All right, because all these things have to take place. So from the book of Sirach chapter 34, I'm going to read verse 21 and 22. It says, The bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood. And that's what these elites are, man. They're nothing, but bloodsuckers, man. Draining the resources of a nation and just destroying homes, man. Destroying households, man. Even when you look at the whole Vietnam War, man, it's just terrible what really happened. All right. Verse 22, He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defrauded the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's what Amalek is about, man. Always making, people's lives miserable, man. And they always got to use their media organizations to file a complaint with all these so-called law enforcement agencies that this person said this, you gotta watch that person. But then the law enforcement agencies can't do nothing because they've already been they've been neutered. Yeah, so they can't put up a front against these Amalekites, man. Despite all the complaints, that people bring up. So it's all part of the journey, that you have to see when America's going down the drain. So another precept is going to be from the book of Proverbs chapter 16. All right, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18 clearly tells you, man, it's just like, you're looking at the players in the room and then all of a sudden, like, the guy that's, pulling the strings, he's not even getting no attention. It's the puppet that everybody's looking at. That's exactly what's going on. So Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18, it says that pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. And that's the reason why America is going to fall. The pride. The scripture talks about the pride of an heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Yeah, so these Edomites are upset, man, and they understand that they have to feed their families, and they're not gonna be, willing to take it anymore, man. Like they once said, let's just negotiate. There's not gonna be any time for negotiation anymore, man. Because when the military is out there trying to push that vaccine, oh my God. Whew. Yeah, it's just gonna be ugly, man. That's one thing I know for a fact, according to the scriptures. So that's the point that I came. Don't get distracted. Don't get upset. It's going to be a bitter experience. So don't be upset if your videos get taken down or get strikes. Just keep it moving, man. You're almost out of here. You just got to say what needs to be said. All right? There's nothing that these elites can do to change the course that the Most has already set in place. Shalom.